What do bees have to do with outer space? And will space be the new spring break destination for college kids? Hello, and welcome to the show about fun facts and a little bit of science. Today, we are talking about 7 facts you never learned about space. It's no surprise that space is full of fascinating mysteries. We make new discoveries all the time as our technology advances. Sometimes it's because we send new rovers to Mars, and sometimes it's just because we left our telescope on a black spot in the sky for a few days. But what we are talking about today isn't necessarily new information, it's just new to you. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, diamonds are forever away. Researchers at Yale University stated that there's a rocky planet called 55 Cancri E made up of graphite and diamonds. It's roughly twice the size of Earth and can actually be seen with the naked eye in the constellation of Cancer. How does this happen, though? Well, it's believed to be a carbon-rich planet so high in temperature and pressure that its interior could contain a large amount of diamonds. The problem is, it's about 41 light years away. Oh, and the fact that the temperature is around 2,600 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's the cold side. The hot side averages 4,200 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 2, Galactic Doom. Our Milky Way galaxy is on a crash course with the Andromeda galaxy. As of right now, we are about 2.5 million light years apart. But the gravity between these two galaxies is so extreme that they are hurtling toward one another at 250,000 miles per hour. Once they collide, it will be an astonishing light show taking place over the course of 1 billion years. Leaving the two galaxies as a singular mashup of stars and planets. But don't worry, because it's going to be nearly 4 billion years from now. Not to mention, our sun will be burning so hot at this point that nearly all life on Earth will have been roasted. Number 3, a bond stronger than love. Okay, maybe you've heard of this one, but it's worth talking about. When two pieces of the same type of metal touch in space, they will bond permanently. It's called cold welding, and it happens because the atoms of each piece of metal don't know that they are different pieces of metal. So they interact in a way that creates a single solid object. While it can be done on Earth, it isn't usual because there's usually a protective oxide layer between the surfaces. In space, you just simply polish the two pieces of metal, stick them together, and bam, you just welded two pieces of metal together. Number 4, what are you going to do about it? Wordplay. Imagine a time where Earth runs low in water, and to survive, humanity needs to head towards the stars in search of a new planet. While there are billions of planets out there, it's hard to know which one is the right one, We might dehydrate by the time we find the planet that really just feels like the one. So instead, we will head out to the known source of water that's floating free from any planets. Yeah, it's just out there, floating. And there's plenty of it. In fact, it's the equivalent of 140 trillion times all the water in the world's oceans. But, of course, there is just one teeny little problem. It surrounds a massive black hole, and it's more than 12 billion light years away. Number 5, Lunar Springs. Recent studies show that the moon may have more water than we previously thought. Scientists have stated we could possibly extract water from pyroclastic deposits, a substance on the moon made mostly of volcanic glass beads formed during ancient explosive eruptions. To learn more about moon volcanoes, watch my other video, which I'll link in the comments. If the moon does in fact have the option for us to extract water, then we need to make a law right now that water is a basic human right, because you know that the absolute piece of garbage company Nestle will suck up all the moon water and sell it, claiming it's a commodity. Stupid. Number 6, the spring break hotspot of space. Once we colonize space, some of us will need to find our vices, obviously. While it might not be considered a quick beer run, as you need to travel about 6,500 light years away, there is a gas cloud made up of alcohol that's roughly 1,000 times the diameter of our entire solar system. It's primarily made up of methyl alcohol, which isn't a drinking kind, but it does contain some ethyl alcohol, which is a drinking kind. There's so much out there that you could possibly supply 300,000 pints of beer to everyone on Earth daily for 1 billion years. Number 7, the savory smell of space. It's well known that there's no sound in space, but I bet you didn't know it smells. When astronauts return to Earth, they have often said that their spacesuits smell like charred meat or welding fumes. It's believed to come from polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, which are high-powered particles that are released into space during the nuclear reactions that power stars. There's also a large amount of ethyl formate near the center of the Milky Way that is the same chemical that gives raspberries their flavor and would smell similar to rum. Even a weirder fact, ethyl formate is found naturally in the stingers of bees. Am I saying bees are from space? Well, I'm not saying they are, or aren't, or I don't know. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, click the subscribe button so you don't miss next week's episode. As always, thanks for watching, and what did you learn today?